Indianapolis is a city full of history, full of life, full of art. For over a decade, the Indianapolis Shakespeare Company shared the experience of professional live theater outdoors at White River State Park. And now, Indy Shakes has found a new home at Riverside Park, and a new journey begins.
Around 2002 to 2003, I became involved with the Busch Stadium of Indiana Landmarks. They had identified endangered sites in Indianapolis that needed to be renovated. And so I became involved with that project. And then shortly after that, we took on the Taggart Memorial as also one of the endangered sites in the city. And we decided to have things like cleanups, and we had brick purchases so that we could market and raise funding for the Taggart Memorial back in 2003, 2004.
The neighborhood has been really trying to get the Taggart Memorial restored for decades now. It had fallen into disrepair. And so when we met with Parks Alliance, Indy Parks, the city, and Indiana Landmarks, who has been in charge of the Taggart Memorial, we all thought, is there a way to restore this monument, this piece of history of our city, and at the same time create something new going forward? And so this idea of an amphitheater made out of the memorial, so it wouldn't be just a memorial anymore, it would be a memorial repurposed with a brand new use for the city of Indianapolis, and a true gem for the Riverside neighborhood. It's really like having Carnegie Hall suddenly plop down in the middle of Riverside. It's a world-class facility, and I think people are going to be really excited to be there.
Initially, this neighborhood was a neighborhood consisting of immigrants from all over the country, and then slowly back in the 60s, this neighborhood became an African American neighborhood with from farmland to doctors and lawyers and teachers of African American descent to blue collar workers. So one of the Riverside Civic League, which I was the president of from 2001 to 2005, our neighborhood was the second oldest neighborhood in the city of Indianapolis. It started back in the 1800s. The Civic League has an annual park picnic and parade every year where we have a lot of themes around neighborhood pride. And so every year we have this annual event, but we also have things like art festivals, and we have a lot of dignitaries that come to our neighborhood. So that's one of the things that we really look forward to in neighborhood beautification.
So Phyllis and I met probably in 2018 as the Indianapolis Shakespeare Company was seeking to move to the Riverside neighborhood. Ms. Hackett is the neighborhood historian. She's on every committee there is in the Riverside area, and she's a fountain of knowledge about the history of the neighborhood. And one of the many things that I believe makes her unique is that she's not only knowledgeable about the history and present day of the neighborhood, but she's a visionary. And so her vision for the neighborhood, whether it's the promenade, whether it's the Taggart, whether it's other projects that she's been working on over the years, is to honor the neighborhood and its history, and then also to look forward to the future. And she's urged all of us to think big and dream big, and to create programming for the neighborhood, and at the same time to really believe in ourselves and believe that we're a national and an international organization, all of us in Riverside, and to think that big.
Indy Shakes has been a godsend for us because they get it. They know the importance of community, and they have been able to like have a seat at the table in our neighborhood, from the Northwest Quality of Life Plan all the way down to our actual neighborhood communities. They're always there to add support and to volunteer to be a part of everything that we wish for in our neighborhood. So with that, I think that we could not ask for a better partnership.